here. I will repeat those thanks again on behalf of the government of Kenya. We do appreciate the partnership and the patriotism of the press, civil society organizations, which are a number. Here, the county government of Kilifi, humanitarian and human rights organizations, government officials of the county government, national government, the experts who are helping us in a very sensitive of the bodies of our compatriots, fellow Kenyans who met their death in this horrible and heinous crime. Everybody here, volunteers and everyone else I have not mentioned, please feel appreciated. So the government of Kenya is happy and appreciates your patriotism and your support. I am here today, we return here today. I've come with a number of senior officers from the Ministry of Interior. Our teams here, the Deputy Inspector General of Police is here, Nur Gabo, who is in charge of the administration of police. From the ministry we have the Principal Administrative Secretary, Anne Ngetich, is here, and Wilson Jega, the Secretary for Internal Security. And of course, we are joining the colleagues who are here, the teams which are here, which have done a great job, led by the Regional Commissioner for Coast, Rhoda Onyancha, and the other teams from the police and other agencies. And I want to really appreciate everyone. So we are here first and foremost and thank you, Governor and Senator, and the other political leaders who are here for also joining the teams here and supporting us and helping us actually even to calm the community, which I'm sure is gravely affected, the local community, even if we have victims from all over the country. The place where these crimes have been committed, I think, have impacted much more on the local community, who must be very traumatized. So thank you very much for supporting us and supporting the country by calming the community and also standing in solidarity with the rest of Kenyans. So we are here to support the teams here and also to assess progress on a number of activities that are going here. First of all, this area is an active security operation area. It is also an area where we are implementing search and rescue process, which also is ongoing. And so that's why we are here. Last time when I was here, I think I gazetted Chakama Ranch, the entire 50,000 acres, which includes the 800 acres allegedly owned by one of the main. So the entire 50,000 acres, which is a Chakama Ranch, is now a gazetted security operation zone. It is a disturbed area, and I say so because due to the classification of this area as a security operation zone and also as standards. Limited even by international law because they involve or they constitute outrages against human dignity, because these are bodies of people's loved ones, people's relatives, mothers, fathers, children, neighbors, friends, and so there is a limit at what even the security agencies themselves can do. Context of what is happening here. Number two, the exhumation is a legal aimed at collecting law. So it's done in a particular way, using particular methods, and applying certain professional believe that there are criminals who are holed up in some of the bushes within the area, the operation area. And the information we have is that those criminals are armed with crude weapons, harm people. The preliminary reports we are getting is that some of the victims may not have died of starvation, which was one of the methods of death. There were others hurting them just by physical and preliminary observations. Of course, we are waiting for post-mortem results. The scientists are here. I've seen the chief government pathologist is here. Johnson Odur, Dr. Odur, I think, is here, and the other teams that have been working here. So we, therefore, will be limiting those to the search and rescue, because it's a security operation. But I have directed the team here to work with partners, like civil society, and see how involvement by public, non-governmental public institutions, perhaps unlimited numbers of members of the press, because again, we do not want supervising the deaths of their country, their fellow countrymen, and they are telling us it is the work of God that they are doing. I don't know which God, the God of death, so that you understand where we are coming from. Now, of course, the government of the Republic of Kenya sends its sympathies. Absolutely most painful and perhaps one of the most devastating and darkest moments of our country. We have been hit like this before, severally, maybe not in this manner, but our country has been attacked by other types of terrorists. There are other types of terrorists who have attacked us before. And every time we have been attacked, our country has pulled together and come out of it. I am happy to report that in the fight against armed terror, we have been able to keep that threat at bay for a while. And I want to assure the country, as I will go to whatever lengths, together with all the colleagues and agencies that are in this sector, to make sure that Kenya in the fight against terror. But this is another form of terror, perpetuated by people waving the Holy Scriptures and chanting out terrorists. I therefore want to ask once more for the solidarity of every Kenyan and friends of Kenya who are not Kenyans to stand with us. Purporting that we will fear them because they are quoting God and they are quoting scriptures, and therefore we are going to treat them the way we have treated Al-Shabaab and other threats to our national security. This is a tragedy like no other. This is a low moment for Kenya. And I am informed there are still some religious leaders out there making funny comments about what is happening here and trying to insinuate that perhaps what the government, the right of the freedom of worship. And maybe I would assume that those who are making those comments think that we will retreat from news for them. That through one of you, a Mr. Mackenzie and a Mr. Ezekiel, who we are also processing, you have hurt us and you have succeeded. But this is the last we are going to have this kind of thing in this country. Are trying to tell us they know God more than the rest of us. I want to tell them it doesn't matter who you know. Here in Kenya, out there in the world, or even in the spiritual realm, we don't care whom you know. We will come for you. You are a murderer. We will come for you heavy and hard. And there is no turning back. It doesn't matter whom they are associated with, who they know, the influence they have, the money they have. We do not care. We treat them the way we treat other murderers. Allow me to again say that the government has decided to take additional measures to strengthen the operation which is taking place here. And I would like to announce the following new and additional measures. Number one, to support the search and rescue within the 800 Shakahola forest, 800 acres Shakahola forest, and the entire Chakama Ranch, which is 50,000 acres. The government has upscaled the operation with more personnel, and at the same time, the government will, in addition to the ongoing land-based search, we will also start an air search to make sure that by use of air personnel and air technology, we are able to expedite the search and rescue. The two teams, the teams in the air, the teams on the ground, to ensure that we save every life that can be saved from the ordeal that has been going on in this place. Number two, with regard to the legal process of exhumation of bodies, we have not been able to carry out the activity today because of rains. The experts have advised us that the procedure of doing exhumations for purposes of judicial and court processes involve a lot of sensitivity, including the ground must be dry to a certain level so that they are able, first of all, to exhume in a certain way that does not interfere with the evidence. They must be able to do it in such a way that all the evidence that can be retrieved from that site is able to be retrieved. And therefore, we have suspended the exhumation because of the weather, and as soon as it dries up a little bit, we will resume. And President Ruto has directed that we must do whatever it takes to people may think, oh, the reason why there are certain limitations is because there is perhaps an intention to hide it. There is nothing we would like to hide. Number two, I want to assure all families and the people of Kenya that the government will, after establishing the truth, ensure full accountability and full justice. We will charge the suspects in court and they will be convicted, because the way we are doing it is so methodical that this time round, every person we take to court, they must attract the severest and most painful punishment that is able to be available from our law books. So there will be justice and accountability. I said it last time, we've nothing to hide. And this accountability is not just for the suspects. It is not for the perpetrators alone. A public official whose conduct, misconduct, commission, or omission may have aided or abetted these criminals to do the damage they have done to our country. Rest assured, the accountability will be done. But at the moment, our priority now, the urgency now, is the search and rescue. Because for us, that is more important. Make sure that we don't leave any person stranded whom we could have saved. We don't leave any criminal in these bushes. We don't leave any grave. That for us is the most urgent priority. But I want to assure the country, the time of accountability is on the way. It's coming. That we are doing everything above board. The process of accountability has not begun. It will come. It will also involve the church people who are threatening us here that they know God. We will go for them, not just the ones that are already in custody, wherever they are. All religions, all beliefs. I would like to continue, because I said there are certain measures we are taking today, and say that to assure the public in the country, and legal processes happening will be above board, are open for scrutiny, and that government has nothing to hide. Today, we will transfer all station, division, sub-county, and county heads and commanders of all agencies within Kilifi County effective today. Them with their colleagues from elsewhere, so that we can show the public that what we are doing is for the good of the country and for the good of justice. We are not implicating anybody, but who ought to have either received a report, or you may have received a report and failed to act, then you cannot be part of the team that is conducting the investigations. The object at station, division, sub-county, and county level in all agencies, including the Kenya Police Service, Administration Police, all of them must be deployed elsewhere and allow their colleagues from other stations to come and help us push the investigations forward work together with the teams from Nairobi, from headquarters, so that we get to the bottom of this. Finally, that killed the operation commander, the level and seniority of the operation commander has been upscaled. The director of criminal investigations has also upscaled the level of leadership here on site, and therefore investigations are going to get new of higher rank from Nairobi, effective tonight. That is not my job to announce. It is the job of the commanders of the National Police Service to announce. And that's why we are here with the DIG, Nurugabo, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police. They will be making the administrative announcements on other changes and other actions. I want to end there once more by thanking you and really saying the government of Kenya appreciates what all of you have done. Society, volunteers, government officials, we appreciate what you're doing. And Kenya will never be hurt like this again. Exposing them to degrading and inhuman treatment using scriptures, your time is up. We are coming for you. As criminals we are fighting, including bandits in North Rift and the terrorists at us from time to time. Thank you. God bless Kenya. Governor, maybe you can say something, and Senator, about the local issue.
Kwa huu msiba ambao tuko nao na kutuma pia ramberambe kwa familia zote zale ambao wamepoteza watu wao hapa, na tuseme kwamba toka hizo nyumba huko hapo ndio kwa mama Mekatilili wa Menza. Nao tumepata story nyingine tofauti ya Mackenzie. Ndio kusema waziri, hii kitendo kimetufundisha kama county, kama serikali, kwamba lazima tukue waangalifu zaidi. Na hata wananchi wa hapa, nimeongea na vijana hapa waziri, ambao wengi wao pengine wengine walikuwa wanajua vitu vidogo lakini hawakuweza kutoa habari. Sababu ukichukuliwa na mtu wa pikipiki akulete mpaka msituni akwambie mimi niache hapa, siku ya pili Desemba, mbona usikue na wasiwasi? Kwa hiyo sisi, kila mtu, usalama unaanza na sisi. Nataka kuambia waziri kwamba yale umesema tunashukuru sana, hii mambo umesema ya mabadiliko unafanya. Lakini waziri, nataka niseme pia kwa hii kaunti yetu kuna askari wamekaa zaidi ya miaka 10 wengine. Usiangalie tu wale makomanda, wengine wamekuja juzi tu hapa hajamaliza wiki mbili. Kuna askari wamekaa hii kaunti zaidi ya miaka 20. Kwa hivyo ukimaliza huku juu, pia huku chini waangalie hawa wadogo ambao wamekaa hapa mpaka wamekuwa kama machifu sasa, pia watafute mahali ya kwenda ili tuweze kuwa na ufagio mpya, ili tuweze kupeana habari. Kitendo hiki haingeweza fanyika hapa waziri. Japokuwa hapa ni msituni, lakini huwezi tunaambia tunaweza kaa hapa kuanzia 2019 mpaka saa hii. Pata hai waweze kuokolewa, na wale ambao wamezikwa waweze kufukuliwa, ili familia zao pia zipate ufungizi wa yale yaliyotukia. Asante, na tutaendelea.
Ulikuja hapa juzi na umerudi tena na umeweza kutekeleza ule wajibu wa kazi yako. Ninataka afueni, kwa sababu tutaweza kujua wale wakora. Shamba hili ni kubwa sana, ekari 800 ama ekari zile 50 ulisema, ni kwamba ni zile ambazo zinakuja zinaweza kuruka chini kabisa, zikaweza kuona ni nini kinajiri pale chini. Itakuwa afueni, kwa sababu tunasikia ya kwamba na hizo activities. Kwa hiyo itatusaidia, ni njia mojawapo itatusaidia, na pia vile kwa kuongeza wale staff ambao wanahusikana kupotea ama waliofariki na wakazikwa bila idhini ya wale wapendwa wao. Na mwisho pia vile vile ningependa kusema kwamba hatua waliochukua katika vitengo vya juu